Hello and welcome. Thank you for sticking with me so far. I'm sure you're learning a lot. I want you to become a very good uh, coding person or a program. Okay, we're not actually programming. HTML is not a programming language, it's a markup language, but at least you're getting better in coding. Now, open up your brackets. I don't want to double click to open up. So now as usual, because I did not exit any of this, they are still in my working files as usual. They're still in my working files. Now you'll notice my style of teaching. I've always said that I always repeat myself. So I'm sorry if please don't find it offensive. Okay, thank you. Now we're still using our input file, input, the one we did the previous time. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Can you remember? Good. So now let's go to line 28, tail, where we had the tail and then we had a line break, right? Good. Now, on this one right now, let's create a label. Now, let's call this label area. Okay, this lesson is about text area and creating drop-down lists. Text area, creating drop-down lists. Okay, now look at this. Now, if I have this and I type in write your comments, this is for text area now. Write your and tell the person to write his or her comment, right? Good. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to type in the semantic HTML value called text area. This is text area element, then it becomes text area tab. So this is text area element. Text area always comes with, just in case you're not using brackets, text area comes with, as usual, name. I've told you the reason why we have name. I've explained that before. So name is because when you click on submit, okay, is going to take the values from name. It's going to take the value that is inside name to submit it to the person's email. So ID, can you still remember what ID works for? I know you can remember. ID works with the for. They go hand in hand. So that means that what's going to be my ID value now? Can you still remember? Yes, I know. It's going to be the same value as my for value in the label. Same value. Good. Now, cos is for the width of the text area. How wide do you want it to be? That's cos. That's colon. This is the colon. Cos is the colon attribute. Okay. While rows is how long the height, right? Rows top to bottom. So that's for height. Now, what name should we give it? Maybe comment, because you want people to comment on it. So it's like write your comments or write your message. Maybe write your message. There's maybe anything you want. Now save it. Now let's go to our live preview. Thank God for brackets. I love live preview a lot. Doesn't I don't have to be saving. See it right here. Can you see it? So write your comments is right here, and this is the text area. So it created a text area for us. Okay, let me create a line break here. So let me break it. BR tab, save it, go to your browser. Okay, so submit can be down now. So look at it right here. This is your text area. Did you see the width right here? Okay, let me prove to you now that this is for row is for height. Let's say 50. Save it. See? Now that's long. Row is height, while the row attribute determines the height. While the, let me take it back, Control Z, Z. Okay, now while the cos attribute, which is colon, is for the width. So let me say 60 here. Save it. Good job. Now you know how the text area works. Now, if you type anything in your text area now, so oh, sorry, where did I get this from? Sorry about that. Okay, so now let me quickly undo this and bring it back to the default. The default is 30. This is the width. Let me make it smaller so we will not type for long. Let me make it 8. Save it. Okay. Anyway, I think the smallest is, let's try 2. What will happen? That's height, right? 2. Oh, yeah, it worked. Definitely. All right. Now, look at this. I'm typing something, right? Good. I want to show you that if you exceed it, you're going to drop down. See, now you're going to have this drop down, this scroll bar. You're going to have a scroll bar. So if you keep typing, you're going to have more scroll bars. Keep typing, keep having more scroll bar. Keep typing, keep having more scroll bar. See that? Okay. So let me put it as default of 10. Let's leave it as 10. Default 10. Okay, it's back. Now, this, do you think we can use max length? Do you think we can use max length? Let's see if we can use max length. Max length attribute, max length. So let's say I don't want the person, I want the person to only type 15 words or 15 letters. 15 letters. Remember, okay, let me first of all continue so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm pressing my keyboard, it's no longer working. If you want to limit, max length works when you want to limit the number of words the person can type. Work with anything that asks text. Okay, so you can limit, you can say, okay, I want only 105 words. So that you maybe, so when the person clicks on submit, you will not be seeing so many words. I don't want more than 105 words. I don't want more than this. I don't want more than that. So you can always determine it for the person. You can leave it alone. You can remove it. Anyone you want. Okay, so that's how that one works. That's for text area. So this is text area right now. Now, there is a semantics for button. Instead of you using input type submit, you can actually use semantics called button element, which is button tag. Press your enter key on that. Did you see that now? Now, of course, it has open and close. Now, in this one right now, you're going to now make sure that the button is going to have a name. Enter key. The button is going to have a name attribute. Now, the name attribute, the value is now going to be what? What's going to be the value? Value now is going to be what you used to type here. Look at this value when we had a value here. Submit. So the value here is going to also be submit. That's for the name. Then you can now put in anything you want here. For instance, let's say send send a message. The button. Save it. Let's go. See, send a message. Now, input type submit will only accept submit. I can't say, for instance, here, I can't say input type submit. Input type submit automatically by default creates a button called submit. And you have no right to change this. It must be submit. But semantically, that's using semantics of HTML, you can go with a semantic value of HTML called button. Button automatically creates a button. Okay, it automatically creates a button. Now, the name of the button, because when you want to post it, you have to make sure that it's a button name. Then anything you now want to type inside your button, you can now type it instead of always being default of just submit. Now look at this. If I put this one as send, save it, there's nothing like that. For it to work, the input type must be submit for you to have a submit button. Send a message button. Now you can actually add formatting HTML tags such as maybe strong. Remember when we're doing some format strong? Strong is to make it bold. So let's say I cut this one and I put it inside the strong. Save it, go to your browser, see, it's now thicker, bold. You can even decide to make it on italics. Italics, you can use I. I is default, but it's for semantic purposes, use EM. Tab. EM is emphasis. Take it, let's cut it again, and put it inside our EM. Save it, go right here, see, it's on italics. Anything you want to do with this, you can. Why am I going here? That was our previous one. Anyway, so that's that. Did you now see how to semantically create a button? Not just using input type submit, semantically creating a button. So we've done text area, we've semantically created a button.